wanted to ask your advice to just bring it to the U.S. level for a second, and I apologize to my global sisters, and so much of your important work has been done on these global issues, and they're critical. But I just wondered, for those of us who are here in this country right now, we've talked at this conference about there are many hopeful, positive things about the new White House administration. But even with the Obama administration, we are finding challenges around placing issues of women and girls in a priority schema. And probably one of the most heartbreaking things, I think, for our movement was when we heard the Obama administration voice that they too saw a disconnect between supporting family planning and supporting jobs. So I wonder, what is your advice to us, those of us who are trying to work on those strategies here with even a friendly administration, about how to bring women and girls issues to the forefront of our U.S. economic policies?
A couple of bits of advice. One is that there's a tendency, I think, for people in this field, in this space, to be sympathetic to the Obama administration, and it's just as important to hold the Obama administration's feet to the fire as one would the Bush administration. And second, I do think that the messaging needs to be dramatically improved. I think that NGOs, foundations have gotten away with having really lousy messaging because they believe in their cause. And I would really encourage you to look at some of this work in social psychology. And it's, the essence of it is that we become persuaded to help not as a rational argument, but as an empathetic argument, and that rational arguments don't work, and that stories do. Stories are what build empathy. And one of the most striking examples to me is that if you ask people to do arithmetic problems, and then you ask them to contribute, they actually donate less. And all the classic arguments about, there are 1 million people who are in need, those kinds of things completely fall flat, and there's wealth of evidence about that. So, improving the messaging. And third, it is one of the problems in this space, again, has been that left and right have spent a lot of time feuding. And that, for example, in sex trafficking, which you mentioned, that there is a profound difference of view about what to do about adult prostitution, and indeed what to call it. You call them prostitutes, sex workers, and so on. And so much of the energies of groups left and right have been focused on fighting out that issue, when everybody agrees that you shouldn't have 14-year-old girls locked up in brothels. And there, if one can unite on those areas of common ground, it'll be incomparably more effective in getting the Obama administration to work, in achieving real change.